All right, so I am here to talk about LinkedIn. And it's going to be kind of a brief of some theoretical but practical explanations. And then I'm going to open up my LinkedIn to show you exactly how to do some things that will enable you to leverage on LinkedIn in a very powerful way. Number one, I want to start by saying that the ability to build, manage, and monetize attention, especially on social media platforms, has grown in the last couple of years that you can put it among the top five skills, the top five employability skills, entrepreneurial skills that somebody must master. If you are going to build a thriving career, if you're going to build a thriving business, one of the most important things that you need to understand how to do very well is how to leverage on social media platforms to build that attention, manage the attention, and of course, leverage that attention either to get more career opportunities or to get more business opportunities. And many times, I always, share my personal story anytime I'm talking about social media or any of the social media platforms. I was on one of these international, I think it was BBC, and I was being interviewed. And even 2 days ago, I was being interviewed by an international podcast based in Texas. And they were asking me some of the things, and they asked me a question: how did I get here? And I said, there's no way I can write my success story without putting God, hard work, and social media. And I always fondly say that social media took me from the village around the world, right? I have had the privilege to travel 20 plus countries to speak, to consult, and to coach and to do different events. But 98% plus of these travels, I don't know the people from Adam. They are not my family members. They are not my friends. They are just people that saw me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, on different online platforms. And they decided to invite me to speak, to do stuff and all of that. Right? Even at the moment, I have invitations in different cities across the world. I am from Dallas now, Dubai, London, different cities to travel to go speak. But these are people I don't know them from Adam. But they are from somewhere. They found me somewhere. And one of those places is LinkedIn, right? So this is not just a casual training. This is one of those programs that if you attend and practice what I will teach you, it can literally change the rest of your life, career-wise, business-wise, or whatever that you do. So it is not, teaching what you think that can work or teaching what you feel that can work or assuming if it can work or not. It is what I know that works, right? Yeah, so that is it. And, life is driven by platforms. The more platforms you can stand on, the more platforms you know how to use, the more you are going to rise. Like, for example, we are all gathered here because there is a platform, and that platform is called the African Digital Marketing Academy. If this platform was not created, we would not have the basis of being together. And there is another platform that we are using, which is the Zoom session, right? This Zoom technology is a platform that is helping us be together. You get the point? And when life is in platforms, I always say that sometimes many people don't understand what I mean, but the more platforms you can leverage, the more platforms you can stand upon, and the more platforms you can create, the more you are able to succeed. Right? So LinkedIn is a platform that was created by another person, by a group of people. LinkedIn is owned by Microsoft. But it is a platform that can play a big role in who you can become as an entrepreneur or as a professional. But you need to know how to leverage that platform so you can thrive, right? And LinkedIn is not difficult. And I always say that if you're serious about succeeding career-wise and business-wise, make sure you're on LinkedIn. Facebook is good, but Facebook is a big compound where village people come and gather. Most people on Facebook are your friends, your church members, they are your family people, they are your schoolmates. They are people that know you and you know them basically. And most of the time, your immediate community, they do not have the opportunities and the resources that can change your life. But LinkedIn has the possibility, a bigger possibility of connecting you with people out of your league, out of your city, out of your country, bigger than you in the industry, and you can possibly end up partnering with them based on the way that LinkedIn is structured, the mission of LinkedIn, the objectives and the algorithms, and all of that. Is this helping? Are you learning? Is this taking you somewhere? Are you being challenged? Leave me a comment. Type yes if you're being challenged. I want to make sure that it's a two-way thing. Are you learning something? Are you being challenged? Yes. Good. Go ahead. I'm seeing only one here, so I have only one attentive student here. Is that it? Okay. Right. So, this is so important that there's a book that I have very soon. This book, Get to Cameroon, Building, Managing, and Monetizing Attention, How to Make Money from Social Media and Physical Attention. The book is here, and I've spoken about LinkedIn in this book, right? Good. So, now, let's get into the practical after that introduction. As I said, LinkedIn is a social media platform. The difference is it is a professional social media platform. That is the difference. And if you are serious that you want to grow in your life, you want to grow professionally, then you have to be on that professional platform. It is critical and it is relevant for you to do that. Now, let's get into the practicals. And I want to say that LinkedIn is not hard. LinkedIn is not difficult. LinkedIn is easy. But you just need to know the tactics. You just need to know the strategies. You just need to know the foundational things that you need to do so you can get it right as far as that is concerned. Oh, this is my personal website. All right, this is my LinkedIn. This is the homepage, my LinkedIn. So let me see. If you have a LinkedIn profile, can you indicate? Type I have a profile in the comment section. If you have a LinkedIn profile, a LinkedIn account right now, type I have a profile. All right, Claudia has a profile, Evie has a profile. Good. Anybody else? So the rest of you don't have profiles? God love has a profile. That's good. Okay. If you don't have a profile, my biggest challenge for you now is after this session, go and create a profile. Go and create a profile as soon as possible. And it's very easy to create profiles. If you can read and write, you can create a LinkedIn profile, right? The difference now is you just need to follow what I'll teach you now to understand how to optimize your profile. Okay, there is a way to optimize your profile, and that is the focus of this session. I'll be teaching you on how to optimize your profile, because I cannot come and I'm teaching grown-up people who know how to read and write in 2023 on how to create a LinkedIn profile, right? That's something you can do on your own. Let me teach how to optimize profile and how to get the best out of LinkedIn as a professional and an entrepreneur. All right, let's go. So when you sign in on your LinkedIn, this is the homepage. You will see some posts that people are making. You see different things on the right, like your LinkedIn news and other stuff. On the left, you see things about yourself, like your profile picture, your profile, your name, what you do, and all of that. So you come here and you can click like this. Let's start the teaching now. The first important thing to get right on LinkedIn is your image. The kind of image that you have on LinkedIn is very critical, very, very important. Okay? If you have the wrong image on LinkedIn, it can affect you. It can affect how people view you. It can affect the algorithms. It can affect a lot of things. Okay? So the first important thing. You have to get it right on LinkedIn. If you're going to make the best out of LinkedIn, you're going to have that credibility, you're going to have that professional respect, you're going to have that impression. People are not prophets or native doctors that they will look you and imagine what is in your head. However, the way you look and present yourself, the way you elevate your presence using the power of image will help a lot in attracting people towards you. Right? So, number one is your profile picture. And according to different LinkedIn research and observations and topics and what experts have written, your profile picture must have like three things. Number one, your face must be very clear and there should be a smile on your face. This is based on the research on the top best profile pictures on LinkedIn. Your face must be clear. Let somebody look at you and see your face immediately, and it should be a bright face. Smile. Right? Good. Number two, the background is important. The background is better. It's a background. They recommend cream white or kind of black kind of thing background, not a noisy background where there are all types of things in the behind. No. Number three, how you dress. You should dress according to your work. You should dress according to what you do as a person. Right? So I always recommend, if you're serious about your professional growth, you're serious about your image, you have to go get a photo that represents your professional attitude, that represents your professional nature as a person. So go get a photo if you don't have one. Dress how your industry requires you to dress and do that. Number two is the cover page. Your cover page must not be as fancy or designed as mine. Mine is, I'm more invested in this because it's my work. I get paid if people trust me, right? I get paid if people see me as a professional and all of that. So I get to invest in my image and that. So many people may not have maybe the money to pay a graphic designer to do their cover page and all of that, or they may not have the skills to do it themselves, but it's important to have a good image in your cover page. And a good cover page should enable people to quickly know what you do and what you represent. So this is my cover page, and I have the habit of always upgrading my cover page anytime when it's my birthday season and all of that. So there's always a little change in that particular area. So these are the first two basic foundational things that if you don't get it right, every other thing will not make sense. Every other thing is not going to make sense. Okay? So you need to get your profile picture and the cover page right. Awesome. So make sure you guys are still here. Are you following? Are you learning something? Are you learning something? Come on, go ahead. Confirm with me. Good. Thank you, God love, for confirming that. All right. The next thing that you can do is, of course, your name. And this name, you put the name when you are creating your account, but you can always edit the name at any time. My LinkedIn, I created my LinkedIn, I think, since 2012, right? So my name did not have a doctor there by then. So you can always edit it anytime you want, right? You see this, you come and click here, you can be able to edit your name as you see on my screen, right? It's very easy. Good. So there's no big deal. The next most important thing you have to get right on LinkedIn is this headline. This that I have selected. One of the most important things to get right on LinkedIn. One of the most important things to get right on LinkedIn is your headline. Those few words that somebody can read, immediately the person reads, the person knows exactly what you do. That is it. If whatever you have, if somebody reads and the person does not know what you do, then something is wrong. Okay? So it is important that as a professional, one of the most important things I should be able to answer is, what do you do? What do you do? What do you command professional competence in as a professional? You cannot claim you are professional, you have gone to school, you have done this, you have done that, and you don't have areas where you create value effortlessly. So on LinkedIn, what you do, you should be able to clearly communicate it. What do? You see mine: business strategist, AI researcher, agile coach, corporate trainer, consultant, speaker, entrepreneur, author, and then you put anything that can sell you and make you look like a professional. That is the point. That is the point. So what do you do? Let's go to the chat box. I want people to type pick your top one thing that you do so well and type in the chat box. What do you do? Something that you know that if they put you anywhere and they give you 1 million francs, that this is 1 million, defend yourself that you are good at this. What will you write? Just one. Go ahead, write in the chat box. Comments, let's see. If you are confused, you are thinking, what am I really good at? Then you need to do a serious skills analysis and professionalism. Humanitarian is not a competent skill that can be paid for. You give, that's different. But maybe it's better you say that you are a humanitarian organizational consultant. You are so good that you can help people that want to set up humanitarian organizations to set up theirs and become successful, right? Humanitarian is not, nobody will pay you for being a humanitarian. They only dash you money. Okay, I design winning grants for NGOs, all of that. Now, make it, convert that to a statement. Now, convert it into words that somebody can read briefly and know you. Convert it into words, in straight words, right? Okay, promote sustainable organic agricultural practices. Don't, you're explaining what you do now. Make it into a word, right? Bring it into a word or 2 words. You see, it may sound simple, but many people do not know how to really present themselves based on what they do, based on the value that they create. Many people get to explain their value, which is good, but now summarize it. What do you do? I am a sustainable organic expert. Right? What do you do? I build best agricultural practices. Right? Somebody said design winning grants for NGOs, design implementation, right? So maybe professional grant writer, right? Project manager, right? Monitoring and evaluation expert. You see, you are able to do that. It's very important so that when somebody reads, they quickly see that this is it. This is what you do. When you are done with that, what you see here talks about, these are things that you start adding them later when your LinkedIn account is growing. Okay? talk about this, and all of that. These are things that even personally I added them later. These are things that appear as you begin to create your accounts and you just update. There's a place to add your website if you have one, or the website of your organization. This just talks about the number of people that follow me. I have 21,000 followers on LinkedIn at the moment, right? The next most important thing that you have to get on LinkedIn the right way. For these are articles that I have written, and there is a place where you can go and just feature the articles and people can always read. Okay, so that is default per se. The next, this activity here shows the post that you have made. It shows the post you have reacted upon and all of that. That's what activity means, right? No big deal. The next most important thing is what they call about. Now, this about is where you explain what you do and the results you have achieved. Now, this about is so important that there was a time that I used to optimize people's LinkedIn accounts, and I used to charge 50,000 francs to write somebody's professional profile for LinkedIn. Just, you see, this about, this is where you detailedly explain yourself. You detailedly explain yourself. Like I was saying that I have had people come to LinkedIn and ask me, oh, can you be a speaker at my event? Can you come to this country and speak? Can you do this and all of that? Now, here's what happens. When somebody comes across your LinkedIn account, when they read what you do in this, your headline, the next immediate place that they go is they scroll down to your about and they read you in detail. If they are convinced and they are convicted, this is where now they can decide to send you a message inbox, or like, for example, I always like to put my email and phone number for easy access. You don't need to struggle to get me, right? You now put it and you're good to go. You get the point? Yeah, so your about is where you detailedly now explain your professional journey, your professional achievement, what you stand for, and all of that, right? After this, you can go back to my profile on LinkedIn and read carefully how I've written mine, and you can write yours. Based on that, you can review other people's and see how they have done theirs, and you're good to go. Now, let me show you something. Do you see this? Profile viewers. Now, it says that in the past 90 days, 1,179 people have viewed my profile. As I said, LinkedIn can give you a lot of opportunities. What does it mean somebody views your profile? It means they have opened your profile like this. They read about you. They read the things that you have written. And this is where when people read my profile now, some now come inbox and begin to do proposals. Oh, can you be a guest on this? Can you come this? Can we do this? Can you consult on this? Can you coach on this? Can you come and train here? Opportunities start coming. But if you have a badly written profile, a poorly optimized account, you will not get those opportunities. You see? So if I open on viewer analysis, and I always like to check viewer analysis just to know, right? You see this, and then you see search appearances. I want to talk about search appearances. Search appearances means that when people go on LinkedIn, they can search. People can search for keywords. They can search for particular expert. For example, so like let's say somebody living in the United States to come to Africa to organize an event in Africa. And maybe they want to search for speakers in Africa. They can come on LinkedIn and search. And since I have speaker on my profile, I have speakers in my about and all of that, my name may likely appear. You get the point? So LinkedIn is telling me that I appeared 427 times on search appearances last week. And when people who search and they find my profile and they read and it's interesting, they likely reach out for a business deal, for a business offer, and so on. You see? So let me take you. You see that they will tell you that the top companies where your searchers work. Personally, like for me, I used to have a lot of offers from international companies to come work with them. You see, like top searchers work in Bank of America, Color Whistle, Rewriting. These are all international companies that some I don't even know. But people who search and I appeared on their search, this is where they work, right? Sometimes you will see where's that stuff. Sometimes there used to be a place where they show them the countries. No, it's not. It's not under searches. It's here under profiles. So under profile, it brings you here, and there's a place where, oh, they have removed that place. There used to be a place where they would show you the country where your profile viewers are based, the country where they came from, and all of that. Again, I'm just explaining this to emphasize on the power of having a good profile. Okay? The power of having an optimized, well-written profile. Okay? So when you do that, the next important thing after your about is your experiences. Your experiences is where you have worked, where you have done internship, even volunteering. You need to critically put them because these things matter. When people come to your profile, they want to check, where have you worked? What do you do? What are you currently doing? What have you been doing? Your professional experience contributes to your credibility. So you need to work on that because it is important. You carefully need to write where you have been working and all of that. So where have you been working in the last 2 years, while you were in school, after school? Where have you volunteered and all of that? It contributes to the quality of your LinkedIn profile. And it makes it easier for people to trust you. The more people, trust you, the more they see that you have a track record, the more they would like to do business with you. So anywhere you have worked and all of that, you come and you carefully type the name of the business, the location where you have worked, whether they are anywhere they're located in the world, you put it, all of that. You see, etc. You put it, you write your responsibilities, your duties, and what you have been doing, and you're good to go. Okay? Take time and write this. After your experience, you go down to your education, where you studied, your school, the name of your school, the program you did, and what you read, and all of that. You put it there. Very important. Okay? It's very easy. Immediately you open this, you put the name of the school, the degree you obtained, the field of study, the start date, the end dates, the grade you had, activities that you did, description, and that is it. And then you take save. Very easy to go. If you like, you can add pictures of your graduation if you want, or pictures of you in class if you want, and you're good to go. Right? Good. Then after that, if you have done some certifications, some special certifications, like me, for example, I have coaching certifications, I have consulting certifications here and there. I put it here and there. It contributes to my credibility here on LinkedIn. There's a separate place for volunteering. But I always say that if you are somebody with limited work experience, don't bother separating volunteering from how do they call this? Volunteering from your experience. Put volunteering under your professional experience. Put internship under there. It's better you put it there and indicate internship. All right? Good. Then these are you can add the skills that you have, and people get to endorse you. There's something on LinkedIn known as skills endorsement. If somebody has worked with you, if somebody it's a colleague, or they have been reading from you, they can decide and endorse you. Now, skills endorsement is important because it makes LinkedIn to see you as an expert. And the more LinkedIn see you as an expert, the more LinkedIn begin to recommend your profile for other people to connect with. You see? So, like you come and see here, you see some skills I have. 7 people endorsed me, or 6 people endorsed me, etc. Sometimes you can ask people to endorse you. Sometimes people just endorse you from their liking and all of that. You see some skills, I have 54 endorsements. This is important because it increases the strength of your LinkedIn profile. The more endorsements you have, it makes strangers to trust you. Like, oh, you have so many endorsements, it means so many people trust you and they would like to work with you. Okay? Like you are in this community, in this program, like you know each other, you can endorse each other. Okay? It's going to benefit all of you. You can endorse each other based on the areas where you think that the people are strong at. Then there's something called recommendation. Recommendations are very important. Okay? You need to people can recommend you. My latest recommendation came from the Israel ambassador to Malawi. He endorsed me, and when the kind of people that endorse you too play a big role in what to do. So endorsement, you can ask people to endorse you, and people can just decide and endorse you based on what to do. So it's very important. You can copy a link and ask people to endorse you. Publications are very important. You can add publications. If you always say that you cannot claim that you're a complete professional and you have gone to school and you have a first degree, you have done HND, you have done master's degree, and your final work is not on online where other people can read. I always ask people, you have not published your own work online. If other people did not publish their own work, how would you have read other stuff to go write your own project? You cannot claim to be a professional. You cannot claim to be this or that, and you don't have publications or articles that you have written on different platforms, right? It's not good. And publications makes people to trust you a lot. So if you, for those of you that are graduates, HND, you wrote your final project, degree, get your publications here, let other people read them. If you have won awards, you can put them here. It's going to help strengthen that. Languages, you put the languages that you speak, organizations, and that is it for leaders. This is what makes a complete LinkedIn profile. And this thing is very easy. The difference is just spend time on it. And I want to say that you don't write a complete LinkedIn profile overnight. Okay? You can, even till today, even yesterday, I updated my LinkedIn profile. Like yesterday, I worked on it to update certain things. So it's a continuous process. You consistently do that. All right, now I'm going to take questions, and that'll be it. Questions sometimes take longer because I would like to be more clear and specific. So tell her the questions. Just say, what if somebody is, make it personal. Okay, this is my case, this is my challenge, this is my question, what do you recommend? And we're good to go. Questions, and you're good to go. All right, I see the first question. How do you publish your work on LinkedIn? Well, as simple as I just showed you here. You come down here, right? For example, where's that place? You see this plus sign. When you click on this plus sign, are you seeing? Good. I hope you can see. When you click on this plus sign, you can write the title of your publication. You can write the publisher. If it's independently published, you can write independently published. But if it is your final school project, first, if you defended, your school definitely endorsed you. You can also write your school name, right? And then publication dates, the dates that the publication went public, that's your date. If you co-authored with somebody, you can add them here. If not, you proceed. The next part is publication URL. Now, this is where if your publication is not hosted on another website or another publisher or a website and all of that, you can, what I also want people to do is you can put your publication on a Google Drive link and make it public. Then copy the Google Drive link and come and put it here. Immediately somebody clicks that link, it takes them to your PDF of your publication. Then you write the abstract here or the brief description of that, and then you save. That is it. This is very powerful. Very, very powerful. Okay? So if you're serious at building your credibility, make sure that if you have your HND final works or first degree, masters, whatever, even just normal articles. I have my normal articles, scientific articles that I just get them published, and they are good because I know that the more articles people can read about you, the more they can trust you when it comes to projects, offers, whatever that they're looking for. Okay, good. Questions, please. I'm the kind of teacher that when there are no questions, the class ends. How can I present myself as a project manager, professional grant writer, etc.? Well, just do the things I've explained to you. I don't know why the house. I've explained these things to you now for you to go and implement them. If you implement these things I have shown you right now, you will be surprised how many people come to you. Oh, write my project. I have a project here. Can you manage on a contract? Just do the things I've explained to you, and you're good to go. There's no way you can gain visibility if you're not doing the things I have told you to do. Right? Good. So, and to improve more on your expertise, take more trainings, read more books, read more articles, associate more with experts in that area. What's the name of your LinkedIn? God love, you that were asking that question. What's the name of your LinkedIn? I don't like when somebody say, I'll try. Upon all that I've taught you, say you'll try. People that say they'll try, or that's only the beginning of failure. They end up doing nothing. Go and do it. Set a deadline that you update your LinkedIn and get it done. All right. Okay. Let me see. Your profile picture is good, but it can be better. If you can take a studio smiling picture, it's going to be good. Your cover page is good. A lot of people. However, it will be better if it is talking about what you do. I think you can design like what I did, where you write exactly what you do. You come here, you see, you are talking about different things, but your headline, the offer is wrong. You cannot be telling me that you want to attract clients to write their grants, to monitor and evaluate their grants, but the statement that sells you is not there. So even if the person is in the spirit, how will the person know that you write grants? How will the person know that you're a monetary evaluation expert? It's not there. You see, people get to write, for example, this thing, Global Change Ambassador doesn't pay you. Do they pay you? Do you mean, are you on a money salary for that? Workers can do this. But if you are a freelance, if you are a professional, if you're an entrepreneur, these things that, Global Ambassador, this, people just like, unnecessary titles. But if it's not getting the work done and it's not getting you paid, it doesn't make sense. So this cannot get you paid. So you want to attract clients, and you're asking the question, how do I present myself as a project manager? And these are the things I've been explaining. You see, just the headline is already off topic. So go and do the things I have said, and you'll see a change in how people come to you to request your services. So present yourself as the professional grant writer that you are. Present yourself as the monitoring and evaluation expert that you are, so that the NGOs and the clients online can find you. Deal? All right. So let me go down to Let me see. Now, one last thing that I forgot about, I did not mention, is that LinkedIn is not a space for quiet people. If you're going to get attention on LinkedIn, you need to be creating content in your industry. People that get opportunities on LinkedIn are people that talk. If you are silent, you don't write anything, how will you expect people to know that you're an expert if you don't share expert knowledge? One of the most powerful things on LinkedIn is the way you share your expert knowledge. It attracts opportunities to you. So you cannot be silent on LinkedIn and expect people to trust you. It doesn't work like that. Okay, good. So you also need to be creating content. I've had many clients come to me because of what they read on social media, on LinkedIn, and they come and pay for my services. Okay, your about looks good. I like this. God love. Your about looks good. Good. But your first statement is confusing. Business development space, project management, business administration, digital marketing, leadership spaces, they're everywhere. People who are everywhere are hardly professionals. They hardly build strong credibility. Right? So, do you want to be in the project management space? Focus on project management. You're going to rise quickly. You're going to rise quickly. If you see what I do, my work is in business. Every other thing is just an auxiliary to it. So if you're here, you avoid being everywhere. So you need to go and rewrite this as a first statement, because if somebody reads, it's going to be confusing. And if your first statement changes, everything needs to change. So you need to tell them. Like, for example, you see this paragraph here, God love, very powerful paragraph. Because it's specifying, you have been talking about project since we started this session. So this is the short paragraph that really talks about who you are. Right? Good. So this is it. So retailer and focus on projects. And your projects, you're targeting who? Non-profit organizations, people in the NGO spaces. So that is your industry. That is your area of expertise. And when you do that, now it's going to favor the algorithms in your favor. When somebody is searching for project expert, whatever expert in that space, in Africa, in Cameroon, even in the United States, in Europe, you will always show up because your keywords will push the algorithms, search algorithms, to pick you and show you to people. Deal? Awesome. Good so far. Then what I'll ask you to do is, under experience, you will need to shift this experience on global change ambassador, right? You need to shift and bring, let the experience, let the position where you are doing the real work in your expertise, let it be the first. There's a way to shift it. Just come and click. There's something on my profile. So you click here, then you can move one up, move one down, and you're good to go. Then education, skills. Then under your publications, I'll recommend that you find and add, how do you call that stuff again? If you have you can write some sample projects just for writing's sake, so you can use it as your portfolio to promote yourself. Okay, you can write sample projects. Just imagine a project, imagine a community, write a project around that area, then save it somewhere on a Google Drive or somewhere, copy the link and post here where people can quickly see. It is going to help you a lot, right? Awesome. But so far, way better profile than most people that I get to come across. All right. Another question? Let me check the chat box if there are any other questions I have not attended to. Questions, please. That's not the question. If I've taught you and you understood very well, you should go through your profile and then ask me a question. Don't How do you want me to go through your profile? This guy asked me a question. Ask the question so that I know that you assimilated what I was teaching. What do you think is wrong with your profile? Ask the question in that area. Then we'll go through your profile and see it and correct. So that teaching is two-way. More questions, people? If not, when Lillian asks a question, we answer, and then the session is over. So you just need to go and implement these things I have shared. Okay. And another thing is that LinkedIn is both paid and free. I don't use the paid version. Yes, the paid version has more opportunities, like you can even, when you have the paid version, you can even inbox a president and the president replies you. Is that possible? There are some powerful people that you can only be able to talk to them on LinkedIn if you are paid, if you have the paid version, right? There are some opportunities on LinkedIn, like some jobs and all of that, that people who have the paid version get access to first. But however, the free version, since 2012, I've been using the free version. I've had so many opportunities on LinkedIn without using the paid version. The free version is still a lot of value that many people still do not know how to exhaust it that much. Okay, so this is the free version and there is a paid version. The paid version is the same, it's just that you get a lot of more access to resources and tools that you can use them to your advantage, right? Awesome. Bring me questions. What are the questions? Okay. If there are no questions, what I would encourage you to do is that go and practice. Go and practice. Okay? Because go and work on it, right? Go and work on it and upgrade. Okay. Lillian's question is that she is an events planner, decorator, and all of that. How should the cover page look like? Your cover page should look like what you have explained. What do you do? How does my cover page look like? If you are good at those two and you want to maintain those two, if you want to do a graphic design for your cover page, you just write event planner, decorator, and medical laboratory scientist. That is it. You put a picture, you can put two pictures. Pictures of you dressed like an event and a picture of you with a lab coat. If you want to do that, that's fine. It's the image that you want people to see you in. Okay? Yeah. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just snap one professional looking picture and you can put it there and that's fine. It will show you that you are a professional. Okay? As simple as that. So you can do the other one where it portrays you as, for example, the pictures you see here are intentional. The picture of me in the office is showing me, the CEO, right? The pictures, this one has a mic here. It's showing me, the speaker, right? This one is, so it's just the image that you want people to see. Right? It doesn't mean you are not into so many things. You are just an events planner and a medical person. As simple as that. So you can do the same: events planner, decorator, medical lab scientist, and you're good to go. Then you put a nice picture, or you just do one picture, you looking as the professional you are. You're a professional medical person, and you're also an entrepreneur. If you look professional, it's dynamic, it cuts across the two hats that you wear, and you're good to go. All right? Okay. Let me see. Yes, as I said, there are two separate domains, but they're one person, and you do them well, you do them good, right? That's the secret. Do you create value in all the areas efficiently? effectively. That's all right. All right. Yes. So you separate your traditional education and then you put your certifications downward there. Good. So always separate your education, like your HND, your degree, your master's, where there's education. Then go down where there's certifications, where you have done. Like for example, after this program in digital marketing, you get a certificate. It's not a traditional school program. So you go and put it under certifications. It will still show as part of your professional growth as a person. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Strategies on how to get customers on LinkedIn. Henry is asking me to share that. Now, as I said again, LinkedIn is a professional platform. And there are three primary ways that people get customers on LinkedIn. The number one primary way is through the value that they give out, right? And this value only comes from how you have profiled yourself. The primary way people get clients on LinkedIn is through the value they give out, through the content that they create, and the kind of call to action they add on their content. As you consistently create content, as people reach the, oh, Joyman is an expert in this. This is what he does. And that is how the brand sticks in their head. Anytime they need you, they come to you. Or even if you are selling a physical product, that's why every good entrepreneur on social media platforms, you create content around the value you are selling so people can recognize you for that and can pay. That's number one way. Number two way is where people now do the inbox. They go inbox and meet people. Let me show you an example. Let me show you an example. Where they go, targeting. What they do is that, let's say you have a product and you're targeting event planners. You come here and you search for event planner. When you search for event planner, you come and click on people. LinkedIn is going to show you people who are event planners. And you can decide and click on the one that you want, and you can send them a message. You see? Now, this is the advantage where LinkedIn come in, the LinkedIn paid come in. With the LinkedIn paid, there are some people that the only way to inbox anyone that is not connected to you is for you to have the paid LinkedIn. Do you understand that? This is one of the biggest advantages of paid LinkedIn. You can only inbox somebody who is not your friend on LinkedIn. If you have with a paid LinkedIn, you can inbox any human being on earth. Yes, that's why, for example, that's why all the marketers, anybody who's a marketer on LinkedIn is paid. For example, you see this guy? This guy is a salesperson. We are not friends, but he can inbox me anytime. There's a better way to see this. Let me come under messaging. You see under messaging? If I come here under others, you see email. Email. This is the best way that people also market on LinkedIn. So you buy the paid LinkedIn and then you can inbox. You see this guy, he's a tech guy. I work with an Indian-based company with 8 years experience and If you are looking for this, contact us, right? I'm not friends with this guy, but he can inbox me. These are many of them. So they go search people according to what they do. Some just go and type the word entrepreneur and then inbox all the entrepreneurs. But you must have the paid This is one of the most powerful ways to get customers on LinkedIn. Okay? The third way to get customers on LinkedIn is, this is not any other, right? Just how you comment on different posts and all of that. And also how you do paid ads. Okay, you can do different, advertisement and all of that. So you can do LinkedIn advert, like there's Facebook ad and all of that. So you come and you do that. With paid ads, I want to people to take a course to do LinkedIn paid advertisement, because it's a bit complicated, but it's good. Okay. But the most powerful thing that people do when it comes to using money to get people is using the paid LinkedIn, and then they can inbox it's more targeted. You can search people in a particular job setting and you inbox all of them. You can decide you inbox 100 every day. And in 10 days, you can inbox 1,000 people. And since LinkedIn says that LinkedIn is 2 times faster to get somebody to respond to you than a normal email. That's what they say. So if you're able to inbox 1,000 people, maybe 200 can reply to you, 100 you can convert those leads into paying customers if you're good at sales. You get the concept? So that is one of the ways that you can do that. One of the most powerful ways that is free and easy is become good at content creation. Good at content creation, written content, articles, normal posts, graphic, flyers, videos, whatever. The more you portray yourself as a professional, the more people can come to you for your services. Good. Let me see. Another question? So that was around generating traffic and all of that, right? Good. And again, one of the most powerful things on LinkedIn is consistency. If you're the kind of person that you post on Monday and then we see, but after 1 month, you will never succeed on LinkedIn. Even all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Because these social media platforms like people that keep more people on online. If you are the person that you keep more people online, they will try to promote you so more people can like you and follow you. That's the funny thing about these algorithms. You see? So, and for you to, and also branding is built over time. If you are not consistently showing up, people will not trust you and follow you and depend on you. You see? So you need to be consistent at delivering excellent value and content so that people can follow you, depend on you, and also the algorithms can favor you. Okay? Good. Another powerful thing on LinkedIn is groups. Find groups and join. Let's say you're an entrepreneur, you can come here and you type entrepreneur. When you type entrepreneur, it's going to search. No, it's searching because I'm showing only the group. Let's say this is digital marketing. You can type digital marketing. It pops up. You come here, select groups. We're going to take you to groups. You begin to search for, see, these are groups that you can join. This is a digital marketing group with 2 million people, another 1 million people. When you join, you can get to learn, right? You get to learn from other experts. You see the latest events happening in the industry. You see what is going on. You see what experts are talking about. You can also talk about comment, react, comment and react, comment and react. When you begin to do that, that is how you are gaining attention. You are opening up yourself to more experts to know you. And sometimes an expert can have a career opportunity. They can think about you and invite you. You see? Exactly. So groups are also very powerful. You can leverage on groups on LinkedIn. Right. I have shared a lot. That's the truth. I've shared a lot. The next action is practice this. And one good thing about LinkedIn is when you start practicing, if you get the basics right, you will learn how to improve on other areas. And the more you visit LinkedIn, the more you see what other people are doing that you can also learn, improve, and add to your own profile. You see a profile, you can just open and check. This guy is in venture capitalist, kind of work. So you just check. You see, okay, what are they doing different? What do they talk about? Look at their headline, scroll through, look at their activities, read their about. Just study and see what did they do different that you can learn from them, and you're good to go, right? Yeah, as simple as that. Okay, good. I think that is it. I don't see any questions in the chat box. Is there any last question for me before we go? Yes. Now, you can upload your activities. However, the way content sound on Facebook is not the same way content sound on YouTube, on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is more professional. Sometimes if you follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn, you may see the same content concept, but the sounding is different on LinkedIn. So yes, you can share your activities on Facebook, and the same that you share on Facebook and on LinkedIn, but you may need to tailor it a bit to look more professional and more standardized, right? Sometimes they say on Facebook, you can just write Kumbo, but on LinkedIn is more international. You may need to write Kumbo, then put in bracket the second largest city in the northwest region of Cameroon, because people are reading from all over the world, basically. You see? So yeah, you can do that and it's going to help. So learn to do what they call content repurposing. You need to tweak a bit to fit the various platforms. Okay. It seems there's no other question. Thank you so much for having me. And I hope that you learned a couple of stuff. Again, the secret is go start with what you have learned. Go correct some things. Go improve on something. And do it consistently. Do it every day, once a week, whatever, but be at it. Because you are going to need this every single day. Now and the next 30 years, 40 years, social media will still be one of the most powerful things that humanity needs. And people that can manage it the right way will always be ahead of time as far as career and business is concerned. As I said earlier, at the beginning of my introduction, social media management, social media attention, managing and monetization is among the top 5 marketable skills for entrepreneurs and professionals. This is a good program for you and make good use of it. All right, people. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Doc. Thank you for that wonderful presentation tonight. I truly appreciate you for taking your time. I know how busy you are. I know you're super busy, but yet you always make a time to come and empower the students of Fatma. We are truly, truly grateful. I want to say that what Dr. Jeffrey Jebbe just taught us tonight is a very powerful and a high income skill for any intentional digital marketing professional. Why? Because I know some people that have trained, that have gone through this academy, and that decided to specialize on LinkedIn, and they're making a lot of